Hello and welcome to the ESO and welcome to Lasota's presentation of why osteopathy, why ESO. So let me answer first of all the question, why osteopathy? If you're not an osteopath, this will enable you to enhance your manual skills enormously. It will enhance your clinical thinking. It will enhance your ability to treat more complex and difficult cases. Transform your practice. That's what our fourth year tell us. It's transform their practices. Enhance patient outcomes, the satisfaction that comes from that. Learn how to be a primary practitioner, which is what we are in Britain. We are legally in the same category as doctors, vets, dentists. Why the ESO? Why with us? I make a brave claim. We are the most osteopathic school in Europe. We have the widest range of taught techniques and approaches. We have the most experienced teachers and clinicians. We are rigorously inspected for academic standards. We are a European and worldwide school, and we have a long-standing international experience. So let me take you through those one by one. Here's a statement from Kristian Fossum. He's the principal of the Norwegian College of Osteopathy based at Kristiania University College in Oslo. And here's what he said of us this year. The growth of osteopathy in Europe is much due to the pioneering efforts and the generosity of sharing of the European School of Osteopathy, which, in its almost 70 years of existence, has become one of the most leading and most innovative schools in the history of our profession. So what does that mean in practice? We are an innovative school. We're an osteopathic school, and we claim to be the leaders. And here are some of the justifications for why we can make this claim. Modern visceral osteopathy began in the ESO with our French students such as Jean-Pierre Barral, Paul Chauffour, Serge Parletti, and the Belgian Franz Bouzet, and many others who were students and faculty members in the 1970s and 1980s. We brought balanced ligamentous tension and muscle energy technique across the Atlantic from the United States in the 1970s, when people like Fred Mitchell Jr. Joined our faculty for a few weeks, taught our faculty muscle energy technique, and then we introduced it into the curriculum. Far, far ahead of any other institutions. We were the first European college to include cranial osteopathy in our undergraduate curriculum. When John Upledger came over, again in the 1970s, taught our faculty the cranial approach, and from then on we've incorporated it into our curriculum. We are a pioneer in Europe of indirect techniques, otherwise known as functional techniques. They came to us from the United States through Willis Haycock, an osteopath. And again, he came over, taught our faculty, taught our students, and since then we've used indirect techniques. And most recently, last year, Jerry Dickey, an American osteopath, brought over a still technique to us, which we are now putting into our international curriculum. So we teach the widest range of techniques and approaches in Europe. Indirect techniques generally. We have a very strong paediatric skills. We have strong cranial skills, strong visceral skills, going back to Jean-Pierre Barral and others. We are the best place in Europe to learn balanced ligamentous tension, since we were the importers of it, and few others use it as we do. We've introduced vascular and neural manipulation techniques into our curriculum. We're now introducing still technique, and the ESO is the only school in the world that has a master's course in animal osteopathy. We have highly experienced lecturers and clinicians. We do not use and deploy inexperienced lecturers abroad. So some of our lecturers have had up to 40 years experience in terms of teaching and clinical experience. Most of our lecturers have worked in our student clinic, and so they are used to teaching clinical cases as well as academic courses. In terms of academic standards, we are rigorously inspected in the United Kingdom, and that is reflected in the quality of the work we do abroad. The ESO is inspected by the UK Osteopathic Regulator, which has a 5-year inspection cycle. And they delegate their inspection to the Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, which is a general inspector for UK higher education. So we're inspected along with all the other universities in the United Kingdom. We're also inspected by our validating university, which has been the University of Greenwich, and is now we have now moved to Buckinghamshire New University, and that is on a cycle as well. And finally, we're a member of OCN, the Osteopathic European Academic Network, and to be a member of that, it is a sign of quality across Europe. There are only 22 member schools, and to be a member you have to be inspected, and they delegate their inspection to the Austrian Standards Institute audit group. We, as I said, we're experienced international school. Currently we have 13 partners abroad from outside the United Kingdom, Helsinki, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Warsaw, the 2 Lasota schools here in Denmark, in Copenhagen and Fredericia, Brussels, Paris, Toulouse, Nice, Barcelona, Turin and Padova in Italy. So these are our current partners, and we have a variety of programs with them, from as in Lasota, providing the entire curriculum and the examinations and the lecturers, to others where we have postgraduate programs or smaller undergraduate programs. And finally, the ESO course with Lasota, just to describe it for you, it is a Type 2 course, that means a part-time course. It's 4 years, 9 seminars a year in Denmark of 3 days each, and a visit every year to our campus at Bloxley. You saw the picture right at the beginning of this presentation. And so that's when most of the exams are undertaken and more seminars are undertaken. And that totals 32 days a year of taught time, or 128 days over the 4 years. It's an intensive course, 4-year course. Other schools take 5 years, and we think that's an advantage for our students. And here we have our graduation this last summer. You'll see that our royal patron is in the middle there, Princess Eugenie, and you can see that our MS students, our master's course in the UK, and our international students all graduate together. So if you wish to consider joining the Lasota schools in Denmark, please look at the website and get in touch. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for watching.